You want to start wholesaling real estate. You've heard about this online side hustle from some guru on the internet, flipping contracts on houses you don't even own and making a lot of money. I mean, I made 10, 20, $50,000 last week. But the truth is, you're gonna fail. You are absolutely going to fail unless you use my proven 1-1-1-1 rule. Your 90-day game plan to start wholesaling and get your first deal. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to choose the best one market, one marketing strategy, one deal type, and one property type. And in this video, I'm gonna show you my new secret website that tells you exactly how you should start wholesaling and what softwares you should use. And I promise you, if you watch this video till the end and use the 1-1-1 rule for the next 90 days, you will be on your way to making $50,000 in a week like I did. I gotta pick that up. But if you don't follow my proven system, you're gonna be like me 4 years ago, broke and wanting to quit wholesaling. Let me explain. When I started wholesaling, I thought more was better. If I did more, I would make more money, right? So I was going after properties in Texas, Florida, California. I was calling, I was texting, I was door knocking, I was doing everything. Cash deals, subject to, seller finance, maybe this thing called novations. I was doing everything. And I wasn't just going after houses, I was going after land, mobile homes, multifamily, anything that could make me money. I just want to get a deal. But I couldn't because I wasn't focusing on 1-1-1-1. And that's why I created the 1-1-1 rule. So let's first figure out what is the best wholesaling market for you. Here in my Wholesaling Academy school group, which is actually only $20 a month. Anyways, if you go to the classroom and you go to my Intro to Wholesaling course, I teach you exactly how to find the best wholesaling market. And it all has to do with this map. I use this exact map to figure out the best wholesaling markets for my 7-figure business. And I teach my community how to use this map to find the best markets for them too. And let me show you how. The first question you need to ask yourself is, are you local? Or are you virtual? Well, let me make this easy for you. If you don't live in the United States of America, you are virtual. If you live in Canada, Europe, Africa, Asia, I don't care where, yes, you can wholesale from there. And your pro is that you can wholesale in any market you want. Choose the best market. But unfortunately, you can't do every marketing strategy. I'll explain in a second. However, if you live in the US, you probably want to wholesale in your backyard if you live in a good market. I live in Dallas, Texas, which as you can see is one of the best wholesaling markets in the United States of America. However, if I lived on the outskirts, somewhere maybe in Sulphur Springs or Palestine, you wouldn't particularly want to go wholesale in your backyard, right? That's not a great wholesale market. You're on the outskirts of a really good market. So you'd pretty much be wholesaling virtually. If you live in a market like Utah, it's not the best market, but it's also not the worst. So you may want to do 50% local and then like 50% virtual. However, if you live smack in the middle of an amazing market, guys, just focus on that market. Become the best at that market. So what I want you to do is use this map to choose one market. Now, if you live in the market and it's a good market, that's your market. I don't care if you don't want to wholesale there, that is your market. I'm going to force you to wholesale there because that is your competitive advantage. There's a lot of wholesalers, I'll be honest, that are probably better wholesalers than you, but they don't live in your market and they don't know your market as well as you. That is your superpower. Don't throw it away. Now, if you live virtually, you don't live in a good market, choose a good market and use that map, which you can find in my school group. Now, the thing is that you're going to stay in this market for 90 days. You're actually going to do all of these strategies for 90 days because the biggest problem with wholesalers, guys, is they do something for a week, 2 weeks, 30 days, 60 days, and then they give up. You need 3 months to be sure that you can get your first deal. Yes, maybe you can be like Rich. I helped him get his wholesale deal and make $16,000. It took him like 24 days, but it could take 90. So up next, we got to choose the right marketing strategy for you, and you only get to pick one. Luckily for you, I built a secret website to help you out. If you go to wholesalestarter.com, it will tell you what the right marketing strategy is for you, whether you are virtual or local, and depending on your budget. Because I made $50,000 last week, but I was doing PPC, and that costs a minimum of $5,000 a month. And the thing is, a lot of you guys don't have that much money. Some of you have no money, and that's okay, but you got to choose the right strategy. Hey, real quick. Well, not you, but you and you are not subscribed. Why are 80% of you not clicking the subscribe button? It's right there. Click it. This is free content, and I will help you get rich wholesaling. I don't sell a $10,000 course. I just want to help you get rich wholesaling. I make the majority of my money by you sending me wholesale deals. So this is maxdispo.com. This is how I make my money. Send your deals here to maxdispo.com if you get one. And how are you going to get one? Well, it's by subscribing to this channel. Okay, freaking subscribe. Okay, back to the video. So go to this website, put in your budget. Let's say it's $300 a month, and it will tell you what marketing strategies are available to you, how you're going to reach out to sellers. Well, you can door knock, you can drive for dollars, you can do direct to agent, and you can do bandit signs. Some of these strategies are local and other ones are virtual. But with $300 a month, you can also do cold calling and text blasting. Unfortunately, you can't do PPL and you can't do PPC. Let's drop our budget to $100 a month, and let's say I really just want a cold call. This website will also tell you exactly what softwares you need to buy. So in this case, you should get a software like XLeads and use their built-in CRM and their built-in dialer. Make sure to go try out Wholesale Starter. I spent a lot of money to build it to help you figure out how you should start wholesaling. If I had a website like that 4 years ago, I would have probably become a 7-figure wholesaler a lot faster. So now that you've chosen your one wholesale market and you've selected your one wholesale strategy, depending on where you live and what your budget is, we now need to talk about what deals should you be doing and what properties should you be going after. But again, remember, you need to lock in on 1-1-1-1 for 90 days. The biggest reason why most wholesalers fail is because they don't stick with what works for at least 90 days. I guarantee you what I'm teaching you works. Tyler has been trying to wholesale for 5 years, but once he locked in on 1-1-1-1, he got his first deal and he made $10,000. So now that I have your attention, now that you know this works, I promise you it works. What type of deals should you be going after? Should you be going after cash deals? Should you be going after creative finance deals like Richard Taylor and Pace Morby teach me? You may not like my answer, but let me make this as easy as possible for you. How do I put this lightly? Creative finance when you just get started. Okay, did I make myself clear? Okay, subject to and seller financing. Novations, wraps, anything creative. The only thing you need to know is cash. You want to make cash? Learn cash wholesaling. Oh, Max, you're a hater. You don't know what you're talking about. Dude, I love creative finance. I'm currently wholesaling 2 subject to deals right now. I just bought a house with seller financing. I love creative financing as much as Pace Morby and Richard Taylor, but the problem is when you just get started wholesaling, you're pulled in too many directions. It's too much information. It's like you just got to school and day one they're teaching you about fucking trigonometry or something. I don't know. Let me show you. Inside of my academy, I make something very clear. And yes, I have one of the best courses on creative finance in the entire internet. I'm one of the most viewed YouTubers for creative finance. I started with creative finance. But if you want to get your first deal in 90 days using the 1-1-1-1 strategy, do this. Just do this. Just trust me here. Just do this. What I teach my community is the offer umbrella. A lot of you guys are going after subject to and seller finance deals. But in reality, what you want to do is go after deals and pitch a lowball cash offer. Then you want to try to negotiate into a fair cash offer. And only then, when cash doesn't work, and yes, cash won't work all the time, that is when you pivot to creative. I want you to go after cash wholesale deals. Lowball the shit out of them. If they say no, negotiate up to a fair cash offer. And then if it doesn't work, something is holding them back. Maybe they have a mortgage on the property. Then just do subject to, do a mortgage takeover. Maybe they don't need cash now. They just want payments. Then do seller financing. Maybe they just want too much for the house. Then you can do novations. But guys, don't go chasing creative finance deals when you just start. Let the creative finance deals come to you based off of the seller's situation after you've pitched cash. If you don't agree with me, leave a hate comment down below. I don't care. Now that you've chosen your one market, now that you've chosen your one marketing strategy, and now that you're going after cash deals, it is time for you to decide what type of properties you want to go after. Because I don't want you going after houses and land and mobile homes and multifamily. Nope. No. I've been there. I've done that. I absolutely failed. I went from pretty much not wholesaling houses to wholesaling 150 houses in 1 year because I focused on 1-1-1-1. I locked in on the Dallas, Texas market. I only did one marketing strategy. In that case, it was JVs. I only went after cash deals, and I only went after houses. After I made $1 million, then I started to expand my horizons. Now, I understand the game really well. I have a lot of money to spend on marketing. I have a big team. So now I wholesale nationwide. Now I wholesale multifamily, houses, land. I wholesale everything. Now I do multiple strategies. I do really expensive strategies like PPC, but I also still do some cold calling. I do some text blasting. I do PPL. And yeah, I do a lot of JV deals. And like I said, I do everything now, guys. But I did it after I made $1 million. Does this make sense? So what should you go after? What kind of property? Max, everyone's talking about land. You talk about land. I want to get rich with land. Okay, get rich with land. But the thing is, the reason why most wholesalers are successful with houses is because houses are the easiest when you just get started. And for most of you, I recommend that you just stick with what works. Stick with houses. In the choose your property type section on my academy in school, I prefer if you go after houses, but I'm very open to you going after land. I just want you to choose one and lock in 90 days. For 90 days, if you choose houses, you cannot not talk to a land seller. I will get so mad, and vice versa. Okay, you lock in for 90 days. On day 91, okay, come back to me. Oh, Max, I made it $300,000. Okay, great. You made, okay, now I'll let you expand. Make sense? Okay, cool. If you want a mentor like me who doesn't sugarcoat shit, you like my way of teaching, you need someone to be brutally honest with you so that you just get rich as well, then join my academy. You get over $10,000 worth of my proven systems, including all of my softwares, for only 50 cents a day. But anyways, choose one property type. And within those property types, if you're choosing houses, don't go after condos, don't go after townhouses, don't go after mobile homes, don't go after luxury homes, don't go after oversized homes, and don't go after turnkey homes. Go after ugly houses. This is the sweet spot. And same with land. Don't go after 15 acres out in the country. I want you to focus on these exact 7 things. Does this make sense, everyone? Okay, I'm sorry. I had to make a brutally honest video today. I want all of you guys to get rich, but you're being sold a lie that you need to go after all these many things to get many dollars. And that's just not the case. I want each and every one of you to get your first deal or your 100th deal in the next 90 days. So I need you to focus on 1, 1, 1, 1, and make sure to go use the new website, Wholesale Starter. Again, it's free, so like, why would you not use it? And join my academy if you appreciate this video. Thank you guys so much. Leave a like, subscribe, and I don't know, happy wholesaling.